Welcome back to Spiritual Compass with me, Gary Guerrier. Today's guest is Kevin Benton. I hope you like the podcast. Please leave a comment, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Welcome, Kevin. Kevin Benton, thank you so much for coming and visiting with me today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about you, and we'll get started.
Absolutely. First of all, let me thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to get together and talk, especially acting. I know this may go a little much, but I love talking acting. So I'm Kevin Benton. I'm an actor. I'm also an acting coach. I've been acting for almost 40 years. I've been coaching for probably 15.
That's incredible.
I've been coaching a specific technique. It's called the Ivana Chubbuck technique. And I've moved around. I taught with Tasha Smith for a while. I taught at Ivana Studio for a while.
Oh, great.
And now for the last 3 or 4 years since COVID, I've been teaching on my own via Zoom.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So,
okay, I'll make sure to add it in the comments.
Please.
Where to reach you.
please, it'd be KB, acting coach.
Okay, perfect. So today I'd like to talk about insecurities, right? Dealing with a lot of actors. I know for myself, I have some insecurities that I have to work on. What do you say to your students, or how do you get them to overcome it, let's just say?
Well, you overcome it by practice, first
Okay.
of all. So the feeling of insecurity or fear in acting is not new to you, right? You're used to feeling it, in that way you can use it to your advantage to gain whatever you're going after. Let's say if we're acting in that particular scene.
Okay.
So that's the best way to, that's how we deal with it, by just familiarizing ourselves with it, because it's not going anywhere. You're going to have it, especially with the pressures of acting. So you just learn to use it, to win with it, to not be afraid of it, and to go after whatever you've set up.
I love that. So you kind of combat it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Head on.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. And you overcome it, and you find a way to win with it through acting, if you're acting.
Okay. And can we also use that in our everyday life?
I think so. I think in our everyday life, the way I deal with it in my everyday life is a little different than how I teach
Okay.
to overcome it. In my everyday life, I personally have a higher power that allows me not to even have to worry about it.
Okay.
For someone that doesn't have that higher power, I would say, yeah, face it, deal with it. It's gonna be okay on the other side. That much is a guarantee. It's gonna be okay. So we go through it. It may not be what we want, but it is what we have.
Right.
And on the other side of it, it's usually good.
So I like the fact that you said it's not going anywhere. It's there. So rather than just avoid it, you just deal with it. Right? And so what I encounter a lot of times is people are afraid of it. They're afraid to deal with it. They're afraid to show it. So what they do is they put an armor on, right?
And pretend it's not there.
Right. What would you say to someone like that?
I'd probably say it may work temporarily, but if it's always there, it's always going to rear its what I call ugly head. And so I would say trust. Trust that on the other side, you're going to be good.
Oh, I like that.
Call it hope, call
Right.
it faith. But it's the other side of that fear, right? And trying to conquer it that you really can look forward to.
Right. So you have another side of the coin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you want to take it within yourself and use that trust. Right. And it's easier said than done, right? Because especially now, I mean, the way things are going with all these influences and all these different things, you tend to like feel that you're not equal to whatever that is. And I want to know, do you say just to keep it within yourself?
No, I don't think it's good to keep anything within yourself. It sounds like to me you're talking about comparing.
Right.
Yeah. So, in comparing yourself to other people or what you see,
Right.
Again, I deal with all that differently because I think over my 40 years that my purpose has changed. You understand what I'm
You've
saying?
grown.
I've grown as an actor.
Right.
And as a coach, my purpose has changed to the fact that I'm now trying to lead a group of people to empower them to not only change themselves, but change the audience that's watching them.
Oh, I like that.
And that's a bigger purpose. That's a bigger purpose than the purpose of trying to get a job or trying to measure up or trying to put it outside yourself.
Wow, that's powerful.
Learned to change something else. And then you'll get the result you need. And for me, it's by faith.
Right.
Yeah.
So have your student help you grow and change?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. My kids, my wife, my wife always says change is good, and I used to fight that, but I learned that you can always change. You can always, I don't want to call it be better, but let's say be different.
Be different.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Not about being better, but being different.
You can always be
Be
different.
different.
And that's the glory, right, in existence.
I love that.
Right?
I love that.
Right?
That this is absolutely powerful. I really want to, thank you for blessing us and coming by today, and the things that you've, your perspective on it has enlightened me as well.
Good.
So I really love that,
And hopefully we'll bounce it out to enlighten someone else, because ultimately that's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the purpose.
So I want to thank you so much, Kevin Benton, for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you coming. And until next time.
Until next time.
Thank you.
All right.